Welcome back.
Yo,
Hey, how's it going?
uh, I'm okay. Overall, I
Oh,
injured myself somehow in my lower
uh,
right rib area. So,
is this like something happened or you're just old?
something happened.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, just moving around sort of thing happened, and I moved.
Well, so that to me almost sounds like an old. I meant
It's a
like, did
bit
you like
both.
bump into something?
No, 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 nothing like that. But
Okay.
yeah, it was pretty bad,
Oh
and
jeez.
for the first couple days it was like hard to move or breathe or anything. At this point now it's just sore, like a sore muscle would be, you
What
know?
was the like? What was the like inciting incident? Like you just like turn weird or like?
Nah, I moved erratically in bed, and
Oh,
yeah, it wasn't good. Like, I
okay.
guess I twisted something wrong maybe or something.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, so that's been something that I've been dealing with this week, but it's slowly getting better now. It made me
Okay.
realize if you hurt like a muscle in your rib cage area, that shit just never heals because you are like, I don't know if you know this, you need to breathe. And like
I
that
mean,
will
well, I
always
don't know if
just
it
keep
never heals. It sounds like
it's
you
slow.
are healing, like it's
Yeah,
getting better. But yes, you're gonna aggravate it a bunch. I
a
bet
lot.
laughing sucks.
For the first few days it hurt a lot to laugh. I haven't had to do like a really bad cough or anything, so that's been good. I've had a couple sneezes that have been
Hmm.
dicey, but
Like yeah, like tear jerking.
yeah, but
Well, I'll tell you what,
yeah.
and for the listeners, if none of my jokes land today, it's on purpose. I'm trying not to make Paul
Yes,
laugh.
that's exactly what it is for sure.
Yeah. Yep.
I have found, for in case like somebody goes through this as well, grab like a pillow or something if you need to do anything that involves like heavy breathing or sneezing or something, and just squeeze the shit out of it to try to stabilize yourself. It helps so much.
Oh, jeez.
It helps so
Yeah,
much.
you definitely sound broken.
Yeah.
So I hope you're on a swift recovery.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I
I'm
guess.
trying to think. I had a pretty sore, like bruised rib a few years back from Quidditch.
Yeah.
Just kind of getting tackled while I was like mid twist.
Yeah.
That lasted for quite a while. What really helped, I had a heating pad
I
that I
don't.
almost used
Yeah.
every night.
I
You
might
don't,
go
no, not you don't even have like a hot water bottle or anything like that.
I don't know. I might go out tomorrow because I think I could probably drive safely again now.
Yeah.
And pick
Oh,
one
I
up.
think at this point, like the minute I got a heating pad, it was like, where have you been all my life? Like there are so many things where it's just like, this would be great if I could just have like a nice warm spot right now. Upset
Right.
stomach, sore muscle, like oh, heating pads are game changers.
Yeah, I might go pick one up tomorrow. Um,
Yeah.
I am gonna go pick up a PS5 tomorrow though. That's a thing.
Holy shit.
I
Who
have
cares
to.
about your rib? Let's talk about some video games.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
Actually, real quick before we get into that, John's not here. He is traveling right now. I actually don't even I think he's in the States, but I don't even know what he's doing.
Yeah, MomoCon this weekend. So he's traveling.
Oh, okay.
He left like what did he say, this morning or something, or this afternoon or something? Like he left this
No, no,
today.
I thought it was like a couple days ago because we were trying to see if we could reschedule, and he's like, "Well, I'm leaving like tomorrow morning, so not really."
Oh,
I think it
yeah,
was
maybe
maybe
it
like
was
closer to
maybe it was like
Wednesday or something.
tomorrow or something, or yesterday rather. Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Where's MomoCon? Do you remember?
Atlanta, I
Okay.
believe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So John should be back next week, and I'm going to do the housekeeping real quick.
Yeah.
Um. So as a result, we're not doing the Wolf Among Us TDP Plus episode this week. We're waiting for John to get back. In relation to TV Plus, the new poll for June is live, so go vote on that. Also, Patreon added a new feature this week that I enabled: free trials. So now you can get a 7-day free trial to our Patreon at the $2 tier, which is like all the audio backlog. So if you've ever really wanted to listen to a specific episode or something, or you wanted to dip your toes into our whole catalog, you can do that for free for 7 days.
That's cool.
And then yeah, and then hey, maybe you'll enjoy it and you'll want to stick around. But I mean, that's now an option. You got a free 7-day trial at the $2 tier,
I didn't know they
which
did that.
it just happened this week,
Ah,
and I think that will mean people are going to be able to vote in the poll. So that
Oh,
might be kind of weird if there's people that redeem in their trial just
yeah.
to vote. But I mean, hey, we'll see how it goes. So
Yeah,
there you
true.
go.
Well, if what they vote for wins, they are legally obligated to sub for at least the month that we talk about that game. So,
Yeah, you probably should. I mean, but
exactly.
anyways, and then real quick, hey, this is the top down perspective. It's May 25th, and I'm Sean Booker.
Now, Paul Fleck.
And okay, what's PS5? What made you do it? What's going on?
Oh well, I have been saying that like fuck Final Fantasy 16. I'm gonna have to get a PS5 for it. I
Yep.
realized the other day, which we'll talk about in news, but the PlayStation Showcase happened, and I was like, that is a month away. Holy shit! I gotta get this fucking PlayStation.
So, so what is it about tomorrow? That's just like your first day off, so you have time to go to the store.
Uh, no, I just so I was gonna get the bundle. So what this actually was I was looking into the
The
bundle, and I was like, oh, the
bundle,
bundle is
the God of
literally
War
just the
one.
price, for Final Fantasy 16 that's
Oh,
coming
is there
out.
a Final Fantasy 16 bundle?
It's a pre-order, yeah. So like I would pre-order
Okay.
and then get both or whatever. But then I was looking at the
Yep.
price. It's like, oh, it's literally the price of the game and the PlayStation. I'm not saving anything. Let's get the PlayStation, get it set
Is
up
it
and ready to go.
is it at least like a special color or design or
Nope,
anything?
not that
No,
I
it's
saw.
just they're packaged together. Okay.
Yep, yep. So I was like, okay, fuck it. Let's just go get the PlayStation, get it set up, get like my PS Plus games or whatever, and just
Yeah, I
have
was
it
gonna say
ready.
this. I think this is wise doing it early because now nothing's in the way of you playing Astro. The real reason to get a PlayStation 5.
Dude, I might. Like, why wouldn't I, right?
Absolutely. I mean, that
Yeah.
game's like 4 hours long,
Yeah.
and it's fantastic. And
Yeah. I've been wanting to.
you haven't played the last Astro because you didn't have a PlayStation VR, right?
Right. Yeah, no.
This will be your first
My first
entry
Astro.
into, if you exclude Mario, the best 3D platformers that's out there.
Oh, you're
Like,
forgetting Sonic Frontiers though. So I'm already in there, don't worry.
I'm always forgetting Sonic Frontiers, but that's on purpose.
Yeah, of course. Of course. No, I guess I'm excited. I don't know. I was just more like shocked that it's already that time that that game is coming out, so I need to
Yeah,
kind of get on that already.
absolutely. Well,
And they
that's
have
very
them in
cool. Is
stock.
there
So,
like, Astro aside, is there anything else PlayStation 5 that you're wanting to play before Final Fantasy?
before no, but definitely on a sale probably during Christmas or something. I'm definitely going to pick up Demon Souls and play that remaster cuz that's
Demon's
the other
Souls,
thing.
yeah. I mean, Ratchet and Clank is really good.
I've been really considering playing through the Spider-Man games again
Oh,
because
interesting.
to like
Did you play Miles Morales?
I did. Yeah, I played both of them.
Okay, okay. I think Ratchet and Clank might be on the PlayStation Plus collection now,
Okay. Yeah.
so that's cool.
I do have
I'm trying to think.
PlayStation Plus, like the basic one, because I had to pay for a year or whatever. So I do have some free
Okay.
games that have been claimed.
Trying to think what else is even like exclusive that like wasn't on. You played God of War, right?
Yes, I
Oh,
did.
wait. Oh yeah, on PS4, right?
On
Yeah.
PS4.
Um, is it just Ratchet and Clank? What do I have on my PS5?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the thing is
that might be it. That and Astro, and then yeah, Demon Souls.
that's the thing is that like besides Final Fantasy 16, I really haven't felt like I've really been missing out not having a PS5 because they've been kind of supporting PS4, putting stuff out on PC here and there. Like it's been kind of okay, but it's time.
And you're getting the disc version, I'm assuming.
Yes, that was important
Yeah.
to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just in case, right? Like you never know, and discs.
Yeah,
are,
that's the
option's
thing. Is
always
like
better.
for the $100 more, it's like, well, now I won't run into a scenario where it's like, I can't. So
Right. You're like at
even though
Walmart or
it is
something,
pretty rare that I put a disc in there,
and there's a
anytime I
PS5
have to put a
disc.
disc in there, I'm like, man, this sucks. I hate doing this.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't like going to a store to get the disc. Like I guess I could Amazon them, but sometimes they don't deliver or whatever. I just like kind of. I know I'm gonna get this game. I'll buy it like the night before or something, and just let it install or preload, and then it's just ready
Yeah,
to go.
exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, and like, I think about the Xbox side, as I have so many Xboxes now, it's like I don't want a disc because then I can't play it on the S. I can't
Right.
like transfer things around smoothly. It's like, no, this is no, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted the option. I don't think I'm going to like buy a lot of games that are on disc, if any, to be honest, but I
Yeah.
would like
Yep.
if I do, or if somebody like, I don't know, gives me a disc or something, like
Yeah.
being able to play it would be good, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
But that's it.
Well, I'm excited for you. I'm looking forward to hearing some thoughts about it, and you get to try out the controller, so I'm sure next week will be exciting.
I'm weirdly excited for Astro, honestly. Like besides
A-
16
A-
obviously, but
Astro rocks. There's no reason to be weirdly excited about that thing. It's absolutely the best, and it's the I might say only reason to use that controller because no one gives a shit about taking advantage of the haptic feedback.
that's too bad.
Um, I'm excited for you to realize how big the PS5 is because you have no idea.
I mean, I've seen them, so I have an idea, but I am wondering where I'm going
No,
to fit it
it's
in here.
every time I look at my PS5, it's bigger than I remembered it.
Yeah, it's growing.
Like I'm not even being hyperbolic. That thing is bigger every time I look at it because I have to put it behind the TV. I can't put it in the TV shelf
Yeah,
because it doesn't fit. That's absurd.
that is absurd. This might also be the start of me actually just like playing console, AAA new releases on console more. Because the PC ports have been so bad that I can't trust them anymore. Like, it's been so bad.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, well, I think it's Zelda time. It's now our weekly segment where we talk about Zelda for a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, let's talk about Tears of the Kingdom a little bit.
So where are you at, like, story or main quest wise? Have you done anything?
Like, yeah, I decided, you know what? I gotta start doing something probably. So
Yep.
I am doing the Zora area right now. I've entered
So
the first like temple.
you didn't do the you didn't go to the northwest. That's where it kind of.
No, I fucking hate the Rito. I'm gonna do them last. I don't like bird people.
Okay. I don't know what you get. I haven't heard much of the Zoras at all. No one seems to be doing the Zoras first. I finished the Rito, the Wind Temple.
Yeah.
And what I liked about that is you get an ability afterwards. You get like, I don't know, slight spoilers for people who might be adverse. When you finish, I'm assuming it's for all the temples. You get like a companion that'll like
right, yeah,
ghostly hang out with you.
Yes.
And this one makes me like fly better, so I kind of really like having that gun.
Yeah, that's cool. I don't know what it is for Zora yet. I entered their like, I did the puzzle to like open up their temple basically, and that's where I left off the other night. Otherwise, I've been just kind of messing around still and just doing Zelda things, getting distracted by everything, being on the way to go do something and then seeing a shrine and it's like, well, I'm here anyways. I might as well do that, and then forgetting what I was doing. And yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, it's definitely like, all right, here's my goal. And then by the time I'm like halfway to that goal, it's like I've decided I'm doing a different goal now.
Yeah.
And it's like the minute I find like a new shrine, it's like, well, now I have 1 out of like 4 of the things I need to upgrade and get a new heart. I might as well find 3 more shrines and get a new heart before I attempt the next thing because I don't want to do it without a new heart.
Yeah. I'm kind of the
I
same.
went to the so I finished the Rito. I thought the section leading up to the temple was a lot of fun.
Okay.
The temple itself was fine. The boss of the temple was super fun.
Cool.
So
okay.
that was great. And then I went to the underground and I got the camera.
Nice.
Which I don't really care for. I don't really use photo modes that often.
Right.
But I know there's more down there, and I have to spend more time.
You should keep following that quest through. This is all I'll say.
You mean like the statues, right?
Yeah, like whatever the next thing he wants you to do after that is. Like you go back and say, "Oh, I got the camera, good for you," blah blah blah. And then there's more.
Okay. Yeah, I think they're like all the statues, and I was doing that for a bit, and then I got sidetracked, and then found like a big rock guy, and he almost like obliterated me. So I was like, I'm coming back here later.
Yep.
I was doing some of the Goron stuff, and then it was like, oh, you need some heat gear, and it's like, well, I don't have 2,000 rupees, so I guess I'll see you guys later on.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've talked to a lot of people that have been playing this, streaming this, whatever. nobody talks about the Goron area at all. So I wonder if that's like a lot of people are like, yeah, I'm just doing that last or something.
Oh, interesting. Because that seems like that was like the next one they were pointing me towards was the Goron one.
Hmm.
Because I was kind of wanting to do it in the order that the game kind of points you to, but no one had pointed for a bit, so I just started like talking to people, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Goron." I'm like, "All right, cool. Guess I'm heading that way."
Sure. Cool. Uh, I do have a revelation from this game. And like
Okay.
I've been on record as saying I still hate it, by the way. Breath of the Wild, I don't like the durability system at all. Weapons breaking all the time. In this game,
Okay.
it doesn't bother me at all because I have so much shit all the time that I'm using that it doesn't feel like it's such a minor inconvenience blip to me when I break a weapon. It just means I have to like push a button and switch to the next one now. That like it doesn't feel
But wasn't
like
that the same in Breath of the Wild?
nah, because in Breath of the Wild I had nothing but garbage, and also like you can do like fun and interesting things with this set of mechanics of like you don't have to just slash things with a sword all the time. You can like, I mean, bomb arrows are the most important thing in the world to me currently, but you can also like use rocks to like deal with enemies or like weird robots that you can build and stuff. Like there's just so many weird, cool things you can do. Seeing it online too, some of the things that people have done is baffling to me that you can even do
Oh,
some
yeah.
of the shit you can do in this game to like kill a
Yep.
boss. So
Absolutely.
yeah, it's cool. So that's been interesting. And but like yeah, man, I don't know. This game is weirdly addictive, but in a way that I don't feel like I'm ever getting anything done also. Like I don't feel like I've made any progress at all in like another 5 to 10 hours I've put in since we last talked.
Yeah. No, I feel kind of similarly. Like I think this is going to be like a pretty slow burn. Um,
Yeah.
I'm trying to compare it in my head to like Elden Ring. Since they're a little similar.
Okay.
Um, but Elden Ring at least had like distinct areas that you would like move on to the next area. This is just one big one, so I can't even like kind of compartmentalize
Yeah.
the game like Elden Ring did.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, so I will say last week I was a little cool because the whole like building stuff's not really my thing.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
feel like once I like set my goal on doing the Rito and doing the temple, there was a lot less like focus on the building stuff and more on like some actual progression. And so I just got like really into it. So I'm definitely like higher on it than I was last week.
Sure. Yeah.
For sure. Um, but yeah, no, it's pretty incredible. And yeah, some of the stuff they'll let you do is nuts for a video game, and like
Yeah.
it's like just pretty baffling what this game actually is.
Doesn't feel like it's ever going to be over because I don't like it feels like such a big thing that I don't even know what the end of this game would look like right now anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when the previews were coming out, like, and people were like, "Hey, Breath of the Wild was big. This is the same map, but it's bigger." In fact, there's like twice as much game here, and that just like didn't register to me because like, how is that? Breath of the Wild was already so huge.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and what's crazy is like, yeah, like we went into this game knowing it was going to be like the same map. It was going to be kind of a lot of the same stuff, but it's like, no, there is so much crazy shit in here.
There is so much lore as well, which I love and I feel like was really light in Breath of the Wild. Like it was definitely more exploration and you're just kind of in this world sort of thing. But in this, it's just like, not lore dump. Here we go. Let's talk about the sky people and how they relate to the people on the ground and all that stuff. Is just like, this is
And the
actually,
underground
it's fantastic.
societies and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No,
so
it's
good.
I saw one kind of opinion on Twitter. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it might have been like Steven Totillo over at Axios, but someone had pointed out they're after seeing like Tears of the Kingdom, they're really excited for what the Mario Odyssey team is working on because they didn't touch um 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. So they've just been like cranking for, the same length of time as the
Mm,
Tears of the Kingdom team has been working, but longer at this point
man.
because they didn't just put out a game.
Yeah.
And that's exciting to think about.
Yeah. Man, that's insane. I I mean, I don't even know what you do. I guess we'll see when it comes out if they do it, but like how do you take Mario to the next level from Odyssey? Like I guess we'll find out. Is that just an giant open world thing like actually this time?
Well, that's what Bowser's Fury was, right? Did you play
kind
that?
of. Yeah, it was still
Yeah.
pretty small, but like is this just like they actually created a giant universe for Mario to be in? Maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like I bet.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the easy like thought jump to do, right? Is like
Right.
Bowser's Fury was like a test ground for like what this could be. Now let's really push it. And
Yeah.
we've had, 6+ years at this point, so I'm very excited about that because like so when the year the Switch launched, it was Breath of the Wild and Odyssey were my top two games.
Sure.
We got the sequel to Breath of the Wild. I'm equally excited for a sequel to Odyssey.
Odyssey was fantastic. That's true.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah, so then it like begs the question, is it just Odyssey kind of again, but instead of you built like fixing up the ship so it can go to the next stage, you are just moving between those worlds at your own whim to collect different things and do different things between different universes that are all like their own separate kind of thing? Like maybe.
Well, I mean, do they do Odyssey again? Because like the core mechanic with Odyssey was like the hat stuff, right?
Yeah.
Do they just kind of do that again with new things, or do they do a whole new one? And
Yeah.
typically they do a whole new one, except for Galaxy. They did a sequel to that, but that one came out so close to it because it was like unused ideas.
Right.
This one we've had 6 years, so that makes me think they're doing something brand new,
Completely new. Sure.
That's what I would assume. I'd be happy with either. I would just love. It's been a long time since I played a Mario platformer that wasn't like 3 hours long, Bowser's Fury.
Right.
So I would love like a new Mario platformer. I'd even take a side-scrolling Mario platformer because they shot Super Mario Maker 2 in the foot right out of the gate.
They really did. Yeah. Man, Mario Maker 2 is such a bummer too because it seemed like they added the Mario 2 DLC stuff and then they added the Link stuff and it was like they seemed
put
like
it on
they
a
were
system that they were actually going to support. So it's like, all right, finally.
Like you guys are doing this
like,
right.
We're done. Goodbye. Yeah.
I would have paid for another pack of something like
absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I can't believe they did it.
I mean, yeah, let's jump to the next franchise. They're no longer supporting Animal Crossing.
That's hilarious.
The game was designed as like a live service game, and they're just like, "Nah, we're good."
That's so weird. Ugh. They just don't get it or something. Like they just don't get it.
They don't deserve the amount of money they get. That's the real thing.
They don't deserve the love that like the giant IPs that people love because they fucking squander it every time. Oh, it drives me crazy. Ugh. Anyway, Zelda's
not with Zelda
awesome.
though. Like I have nothing bad to say about Zelda. So
yeah, Zelda's awesome.
Zelda's really great. So they're doing good with Zelda.
Yeah, so far so good.
All right, what else are you playing?
I'm playing a game called Bat Boy, which is part of our TDP thing. So vote for that if you want to hear giant thoughts about that. But if that doesn't win, I'll probably talk about it when I'm through more. Anyways, that came out today. It's a retro platformer thing that people should just check out if that sounds interesting to you. If you like Mega Man style games, if games like Shovel Knight or whatever sound or were interesting to you, check out Bat Boy. That game's cool. I also played Boltgun a little bit today. Boltgun is the Warhammer 40k boomer shooter that is basically like Doom or something, where you play an ultramarine going around killing a bunch of stuff. It's fun. It's really good.
I hear this one's on the more like goofy side of the Warhammer universe as opposed to like the super serious.
Sure. I mean, yeah, it's not super dark or anything like that, but there is still, you are blowing dudes up with your guns and like there's blood and gore and stuff everywhere, like a Doom sort of thing.
I think I read a headline today. There was some Warhammer like presentation or something recently or today or something like that. And they announced 8 Warhammer video games are in production.
Yeah, Warhammer's one of those things that their IP's just everywhere. One of the things I think, though, is an MMO that's made by some ex City of Heroes people, maybe. So that I'm a little bit interested in. But
Okay.
they're usually garbage is the problem. So when I tell you that Boltgun, if you like boomer shooters, is fantastic, that you should probably pick it up if you care about Warhammer and like Doom type games or whatever. It's very, very good.
Yeah, like trying to think because 8 is insane, and I'm just trying to think: is there any other like IP that is
That does
that
this.
spread out?
Uh, like
And,
probably
and
not.
the weird thing about Warhammer is it's not even like it's not like Pokemon where I
Right.
know it's like immensely popular. Maybe Pokemon's the other example. It's like I
Warhammer
know
is immensely
Warhammer is
popular.
I know it's popular, but I don't know if anyone I know actually plays anything Warhammer.
I mean, like the actual tabletop game.
Even the video games that have Warhammer in the name,
I've
like
played every Warhammer game that's out almost. Like, what do you
okay,
mean?
you are one
But the
out of
problem is
every
that there's nothing to
literally out of
say.
everyone I know. I don't think so. Like it's like I know it's popular, but it's like popular with like
Certain people.
people that I guess I'm just not hanging out with because 8 games at once. What else does that?
No, I know. And the problem is that most of them are shit. Like there's tactics in the Warhammer universe. You have tactics games, and those are usually pretty good and pretty okay because that's what Warhammer's built on anyways on the tabletop. So they just translate it and put some cool effects and stuff, and that's fun. You have the weird one-offs like that. Oh my god, what's it called? The like Blood and Teeth or whatever. It was like a platforming thing.
I don't know the
Yeah,
answer.
the thing is that you can do anything in that universe and just put the Warhammer name on it, and people do, and they're usually garbage games, so nobody talks about them.
That's the thing is, yeah, I feel like they're usually like not well regarded, so people aren't talking
They're
about them.
trash. Yeah.
Um, but it's like if all these games are so bad, they must still be selling enough.
So that's the thing is that just putting the Warhammer name on it will sell it to a giant group of people, which is why
It's just
people
like a
do it.
guarantee. Maybe it's like
Yeah.
I don't play these games, but I hear a lot about them. The like wrestling games. It sounds like every
Yeah.
year the wrestling games are bad, but people are just like, oh no, I buy the new wrestling game. That's what I do. My name is
Right.
Todd, and one of the things that you should know about me is that I buy the wrestling game.
I buy the new wrestling game. Exactly. Or like people that buy the new NFL game or the NBA game or whatever. FIFA.
Or Call of Duty. I'm sure there's people that it's like, I
Yeah.
don't care about literally anything. I buy the new Call of Duty.
The difference is
That is
all
a
those
10
games
pull
we're
of my
talking
ear.
about are usually probably at a bar of quality that everybody can agree is like, yeah, microtransactions are garbage, but it's still FIFA and it plays great. So like I'm having fun with it. Warhammer games are all over the board with like some are great, some are garbage, most are garbage. Like
I mean, I feel like with the sports ones, from the very little experience I'm getting from people, it's like that quality level is jumping around, but it almost doesn't matter because I feel like those
yeah.
people are saying, "Well, I'm not going to play last year's because it's August and
Yeah.
there's a new one out. I don't care how good it is. I'm not all my buddies are playing the new one. I'm playing the new one.
Yeah.
Like who's going you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. No, you're not wrong for sure. For sure. Anyways, Boltgun's great. I'm just excited for Space Marine 2 at this point. Have you played Space Marine 1? Warhammer Space Marine?
oh,
I would if
I've
there's
played
ever a
very
game
little
that you
Warhammer.
play.
Vermintide, is that Warhammer?
Vermintide is, yeah, and Darktide is 40k
Okay, Dark Tide.
specifically.
So I think I've played Vermintide 2. I don't know if I played Vermintide 1.
Okay.
I tried to do Dark Tide, but when it launched, it was like super buggy.
Really? That's too bad.
So
That's
I
no good.
couldn't, and I think it only launched on PC. I don't think it ended up coming to Xbox. 'Cause
Really?
it's on PC Game Pass, yeah.
Oh.
I know it's on PC Game Pass, and it would not run on my machine.
Oh. Oh, okay. I mean I mean it's Vermintide again, so that's a bummer.
Yeah,
But
that I
you're
was
not
excited
missing.
for it. And I remember even I played it at last year's Summer Game Fest. I was looking forward to it.
Yeah.
But then for some reason, I think they just like stopped talking about the Xbox one. Did that one come out?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just PC Game Pass, I think.
That is so weird. I didn't realize that it was only PC. Hmm. That sucks. Oh, it looks like it's been delayed a few times on console.
Yeah.
A late 2023 release date looking the most likely scenario. Wow. I wonder if people will care on console at that point. Who knows?
Depends what's. I mean, Zelda's already out, so.
Right. And like there's the future is looking tight with games, so I don't know where they would fit it in where anybody might care.
Speaking of which, did you see the reviews of Gollum that came out today?
I have not.
It's at like 2 out of 10 across the board.
Okay, so it's really bad then.
Apparently, it is like astonishingly bad. You should look up some of these things. Like the reviewers were like, "This is one of the worst games I've played in a long time."
Man. I mean, I knew that it wasn't going to be like probably good when it's a Lord of the Rings property and nobody said fuck all to advertise or talk about it until it came out.
Well, I remember I played it at PAX East and it came back on the show, and I was like, I
Yeah.
don't know who this game is for. Like, who's excited about that? But it is. I feel like it's been a long time since a game that's had like kind of that, that level of IP. Who knows what the budget was, but just like kind of, it was that prominent. Got such low review scores.
It's currently sitting at 40 on Metacritic, and I think that's because a lot of people were being more lenient than maybe they should have been. Yeah.
Anyway, that's a fun rabbit hole you can go down.
Man, what a game. That's really all I've been doing though. What have you been doing? What playing?
I've been playing Planet of Lana. This came out on Game Pass this week. I played this game back at PAX West last year. It's published by Thunderful. This is a Limbo game.
Yeah.
So if you like, puzzle platformers that kind of focus more on like cinematics, so it's kind of slow moving as opposed to like quick action platformers. This is a good one of those. It's not black and white. It's not super dark like the typical Limbo knockoff is. It's bright and colorful, and that's probably one of the best things about it is the art is absolutely gorgeous. Um, in the most recent session I was playing, I like just started taking screenshots of this one section because it looked so nice. Um, and they even did a really kind of fun moment where you had to run across this like huge plane, and they like pull the camera like super far out
That's
while
cool.
like a sunrise is coming, and then they start playing a song with lyrics, and I was like, oh, you guys are just like showing off now. Like, kudos. I will take some screenshots. Yeah, it looks really great. I would say at the very least, look it up just to see what it looks like. Planet of Lana.
How long is it?
To make it
If
kind
you
of
know.
unique from Limbo. It's kind of War of the World style. You live in like a seaside town, and a bunch of alien robots crash land on the planet and start capturing everyone. And then you start running from left to right for
Right.
hours. You get like a little creature buddy that you can kind of command to be like, "Hey, go over there and cut this rope so that it'll fall down and I can climb up there." But the creature doesn't go in water, so you have to kind of find ways like, "Hey, how am I gonna get you over there?" And that's where like the puzzle aspect of it comes in.
Okay.
But
Cool.
much like these games, it's slow moving. It's a lot of like, if you didn't figure out the puzzle and do the exact right thing, you are going to have to like slowly walk all the way back over there and do it. If you've played Limbo, you know how this goes.
Right.
But I would say for anyone who likes these games, I'm in that camp. And you were disappointed in Somerville, which was kind of the most recently kind of high praised one. I wouldn't even say high praised, just kind of like noteworthy one, which it was disappointing, and that was with some ex Playdead developers. I think this is a pretty good one. So if you're looking for a Limbo style game, check out Planet of Lana. Again, it's on Game Pass, so easy to get a hold of.
Cool.
All right, that's games we've played. We got to talk about this PlayStation Showcase. Did you watch this thing?
I did.
I thought it was great.
I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised at it. Yeah, I wasn't expecting
I
it
thought
to
there
be as
was.
strong.
I came away with at least 10 games that I was like extremely excited to play.
Wow. I mean, I didn't count. There was a decent amount though that I was stoked about for sure.
So I got an article here kind of running down everything they showed. I don't know if it's in order. It looks somewhat ordered, but I'd say we just kind of go back and forth. You call out a game that they showed or something they talked about that you're excited about.
I mean, okay, I'll start with the big one, Alan Wake 2. They showed some gameplay and that looks fucking phenomenal.
I am sitting here very excited for Alan Wake 2 and so scared.
It looks scary, dude.
It looks so scary, and they're going hard into the scary, and it's like, couldn't you have just like dipped a toe in the scary? Because like sometimes I can dip my toe in the scary, but I can't dive head first, and you're diving head first, and I really like this universe.
It looks so much more horror than even like some of the games I've played this year. It's crazy how scary it looks.
That is going to be a real test.
Yeah.
This October.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, and they give a date that it's coming out.
They gave a date, I think October 12th.
Yes, that sounds correct.
Two playable protagonists, Alan and a new character. I can't remember her name.
17th.
They showed Sam Lake there. He's
Yep.
a character, and there's almost something comforting about coming to a Remedy game and being like, okay, where's my Sam Lake? Okay, good, there he is. You're checking the boxes I need.
Yeah.
I'm excited. And we know Alan Wake is in the Control universe, so there's going to be Easter eggs everywhere, and I'm gonna eat all those up. Here's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping they have a whole bunch of difficulty settings so I can put it as easy as possible. I hope there's a whole bunch of accessibility settings so I can make it as easy as possible. I need a lights on mode. I need anytime there's a creature in the area, he's going to announce himself loud and clear from the other side of the room.
But like not in a scary way, more like a fun party way. Like, hey, I'm here.
Be like, yep, hey, I'm over here. I'm behind the door, and I'm not gonna scream at you. I'm gonna walk out slowly, and I'm gonna let you shoot me.
Yeah.
You're just gonna take one bullet, and I'm just gonna be gone. And then all the lights are gonna turn on, and you can explore this fun house.
Yeah. No, exactly. That would be hilarious if they actually offered something like that. When I was watching it, my first thought was, how is Sean gonna deal with this? It looks like scary for me in some of these parts. Like, holy shit. Like when that dude, there's that part where that dude just like falls through the ceiling and he's just like right there in front of you. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, fuck that. What sucks because like I'm even trying to think of like, okay, what have I done in the past? I've like turned the audio off, and it's like, but I don't want to miss out on like the story.
Yeah, because it's probably going to be like him saying the story with a like narrator thing while stuff's happening.
Exactly, a narration.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's going to be a hard one. I can't wait to see how you get through it.
It's gonna suck.
Maybe this opens up a door that you didn't know.
Maybe I can like stream it so that I have like something kind of distracting me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe this opens up a weird door for you and you're just like, oh, I'm actually not scared of games. Let's just play every horror game that's out there.
I don't know, because every now and then I'll try something out. Like I'll try like Resident Evil like 8, and I'll get like 30 minutes into it, and I'll be like, "Fuck this! I don't like any of this." So I don't think that's gonna happen. But
okay, fair enough. What's a game that stuck out to you?
Okay, Sword of the Sea, new game by Giant Squid, the developers of Abzu, Pathless.
Yeah.
It kind of just looks like Journey again,
with Abzu
which makes sense.
In it. Yeah.
I mean, Abzu was basically Journey. This has X Journey, or I should say X That Game company developers are on it. But now there's even sand surfing. In fact, I think they even used the phrase like hover sword.
Yeah.
It looks gorgeous, and I like that team. I'll take a Journey knockoff any day.
Yeah, no, for sure. That looked really, really, really fun. I'll pick another one that was kind of more of a surprise to me, I guess. This wasn't a surprise, but I was glad to see Plucky Squire is still a thing that's coming out this year.
Absolutely.
I'm looking
that game looks so good, and every time they do the like 2D to 3D, it's like, man, I can't wait to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, I'll do the big one. This was kind of rumored the day of as what was going to show up there. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater.
Yes. A remake
of Metal Gear Solid 3.
Yeah, okay.
It is a remake. I understand they're bringing all the voice cast back.
Okay.
So David Hayter will be there.
Good.
I'm curious why Metal Gear Solid Delta and not just Metal Gear Solid 3. That to me implies there might be some new twists.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. They didn't give like a real answer to anything like that, did they? Like, is there a Q&A or something that anyone's done about
No.
it?
And like the trailer showed pretty much nothing. In fact, it was like a snake fighting a crocodile, and then all of a sudden, Snake was there,
Yeah,
and you got to see his face. So the trailer really did not show anything. But and then right after that, they announced
the
a
collection.
collection of the first 3 are coming. The
That's
Metal Gear
awesome.
Solid Master Collection Volume 1. So maybe there will be a subsequent collection of some of the other ones after that, 4 or 5.
That would be great. Yeah.
Survive.
Yeah. I mean, if they packed it in with a bunch of other games, that's the only way people will probably play it at this time. So
Right.
maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, no. That was a big one. That trailer is weird. Just like I was guessing the whole time until the very end. It's like, oh, okay. It's Snake Eater.
I saw the creatures. I was like, is this Deadliest Creatures for the Wii like a sequel? By the way,
Oh
I should
man.
probably buy that game. And I started going down an eBay rabbit hole. How much would it cost to buy Deadliest Creatures?
I got it for $15 on eBay.
It was around $15, yeah. And then
Okay.
I quickly said to myself, there's no way I'm ever going to play this. I've barely touched Zelda. Don't spend $15 on this.
I think I talked about it on here when I did, but I played a bunch of it and threw up after because it made me so motion sick.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
Okay, I haven't heard that.
it was a bad time. Oh boy. Man, Dragon's Dogma 2 looks like Dragon's Dogma 1 in 2024, and that's so stupid and awesome, and I can't wait. That game looks incredibly like the first game. That's going to be great.
I'm gonna call out Neva. This is from the developers behind Gris.
No, fuck them. They killed the dog in the thing and made me so mad.
Is a very sad trailer.
Yeah.
But that art style is great. Gris is a really pretty and enjoyable game. So like, I am excited to see what they would do.
Sure. I'm sure it'll be fine. That trailer just made me really, really mad. I don't know that there was... Oh, I gotta find the name of it. Hold on. Phantom Blade Zero. I need to see what that is for myself, because it seemed like there was some gameplay parts mixed in with like cutscene stuff and maybe QuickTime events or whatever. That's the one that looks like Bloodborne, Ghost of Tsushima sort of thing.
Yeah, I was getting like Ninja Blade, but a Souls-like maybe.
Yeah.
This article is pointing out Sekiro fans should be excited for it.
Okay. Yeah. Like, I need to see what that thing is more on my own and more gameplay wise, because it seems like there was a mixture of a little bit of gameplay stuff with obvious cutscene stuff, and I need to see how that game moves. Otherwise, I'm super in because that looked like a Souls game.
I'm gonna call out Revenant Hill,
Okay.
the new game from the Night in the Woods studio. Once again, getting published by Finji. Pretty much the minute this trailer starts, you can see Night in the Woods there because it has like the exact same art style. But I understand this game is set in like 1919. Like
Okay.
it is definitely not like a related to Night in the Woods, I should say. But I love that art style. I'm looking for like a cozy, probably kind of point and click adventure game. So I'm excited for more from that.
Sure. Okay. Seeing if there's anything else besides the giant big one that we're obviously going to talk about last. I'm ready for a new Cat Quest. I thought that looked fun. I like those games.
Those games are fine. Yeah, those games
fine.
I feel like are so simple.
They are. Yes.
I have a hard time getting excited about them, but they're like totally fine for sure.
Yeah. I'm ready for it.
Okay, here was a big question mark. Marathon.
Yeah, this weird revival they're doing of an IP nobody even knows about, really.
This is Bungie's new extraction shooter that they're doing. It's called Marathon. It is not like a remake of those Mac games,
right?
Because this is an extraction shooter.
Right.
But they have said, there might be like lore elements and stuff that come over from it. Seems weird to even evoke the name.
Yeah.
The trailer pretty much didn't really show a lot of gameplay. It was all kind of cinematic-y stuff. That's cool. I think what I'm excited for is just to see Bungie doing something not Destiny, and what would that be these days?
Yeah. Yep. I definitely agree. That was odd. That was a cool trailer, though. I really liked the style and presentation of it. That was very dope. Was there anything in the VR block that you cared about? There wasn't really anything for me, but I hear Arizona Sunshine 1 is a pretty decent game, so a second one is kind of exciting for people that play them.
Yeah, nope, did not get me excited, and I think that kind of says a lot about where PSVR 2 is.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Oh, I did want to call out Foam Stars, which is like the weirdest kind of grossest name ever, but it looked like it's probably a fun Splatoon knockoff.
Homestars is definitely like a porn.
Right, exactly.
Hands down. That is definitely the name of a porn series. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But yes, it does look like a Splatoon knockoff. And sure, I'm surprised we haven't had a Splatoon knockoff sooner. Like, there are 3 Splatoon games.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah. Oh, I was going to ask you, did you think Assassin's Creed Mirage looked kind of bad? Because I thought it looked, like, visually, I thought it looked kind of bad looking.
It does, compared to where they're at, yeah, it does look, it is a, I say budget title, it's priced at $50.
It looks like a mobile game to me, though. Like, it looked kind of bad.
Well, I guess I could kind of see that. Yeah, I don't know much. We didn't get to see any gameplay.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious what that's like. I'm still cautiously optimistic because they're going back to like the standard Assassin's Creed framework of it being like a stealth game, and that is exciting to me.
Okay.
And also hearing it's $50, I'm always happy when games cost less than anything. So I'm not ready to write it off yet. And knowing me, I will probably play it because Assassin's Creed's in the title. But the nice thing about Assassin's Creed game is when it comes to Black Friday or Boxing Day, they always get heavily discounted.
Sure. Okay.
Mirage is also coming out October 17th, so I have 5 days to beat Alan Wake 2.
Alan Wake is 17th as well. I looked it up.
Oh, then Mirage is the 12th. Because I know they're
one of them.
One's the 12th, one's the 17th.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you have 5 days to beat one of them, I guess. Yep. Take your pick.
We have to talk about Project Q.
Okay.
We absolutely have to talk about it. This was rumored. We talked about it on the show probably a month or two ago. This was the rumored PlayStation handheld that was supposed to be streaming only.
Yeah.
The rumors are correct. It does not have any kind of onboard storage. You have to. It's basically a remote play device. You need to have a PS5 for it. Play it on Wi-Fi. I don't know who would pay for this.
This seems like a bad product to me. Like I think it's dumb, but that's me. So
like right now, you can do everything it will be able to do with your phone and a controller, with your computer, with your tablet and a controller. Like that functionality already exists. So I guess like this would be like you don't have to get a controller clip. Like the use case for this. And when you pair that with, we don't have a release date, we don't have a price, but because it's PlayStation, the price is going to be higher than you want it to be.
Yeah. Same with those earbuds that I thought kind of looked slick. Like they look pretty okay, but I know they're going to be double the price.
Earbuds aside, those could be totally fine. I can see a use case for that. I don't understand who the audience is for Project Q.
Yeah, I don't either.
And hey, I love playing video games in bed. I love it. I have a Steam Deck.
Yeah.
There's literally no... Even if I didn't have a Steam Deck, I have an iPad. I have an iPhone. I have the Backbone controller clip for the iPhone. I have 100 ways to play my PS5 without my PS5.
Sure, yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I just don't get it. Like, what would the price be? Let me ask you. How much would this thing have to be for you to actually consider it?
$50. Like, lower than a game, probably.
The controllers cost more than $50.
Yeah.
There's no way it's going to happen. What do you think of the design? Because the design literally looks like they snapped a DualSense controller in half and taped it to the sides of an iPad.
I mean, you know that their prototype literally is probably that. Like,
yeah. I was pretty surprised at how like this thing does not look like it was designed.
Yeah. I just like to imagine this board meeting where somebody walks in, it's like, all right, Jim, we need the best new idea you got. What do you have to show? They just break a controller in half, take a Switch out of a dock and then just like put them together as like the future of PlayStation or
Yeah.
something.
And with the shape of that, you couldn't really. I doubt there'll even be like a case for it. You're not putting that in a backpack because it's
It's
not like
so bad.
flat in any way. Like, it makes sense. This is not something that is supposed to leave your house.
Right. It looks like I would break that thing, honestly, like accidentally.
Well, I mean, yeah, who knows how durable it actually is, but
Yeah.
it just seems like I want to know more because the use case seems so bad
Yeah.
that there has to be more to it. Like why would you do this?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
Let's
and then
talk
they
about it.
finished off with a whole bunch of Spider-Man 2.
That game looks phenomenal. Like it looks
Yeah.
so fun and good, and it made me realize that I love those games. They might be one of my favorite things that has come out of Marvel in decades is that first game in Miles Morales. Like it's just so good. Oh,
They're very good.
can't wait.
They showed Kraven for the first time, so it's not like it's just going to be Venom. Which is exciting. They showed a bunch of Spider-Man with the black suit, and yes, he's turning evil because that's how it works.
Yeah.
I'm just excited to get back in that universe. And yeah, they I think the whole Spider-Man thing was like 12 minutes long. Like there was a lot of gameplay there. Looks like it's not co-op. They kind of came out like a week earlier and said that, but you are switching between the two Spider-Men, kind of GTA 5 style.
It's cool. I thought it was very cool. Yeah.
And with the PS5, I'm sure that switch is gonna like go
Instantaneously.
really fast and no loading, which will be very exciting. Yeah, I just like I'm easily at a point where it's like stop showing me stuff. You have my money. Like
Yep.
I just want to play this game.
And I mean, we're like that game's gonna end with you as Miles fighting him and like him kicking the suit off or something, and then it finding Brock, right? And like that's how Venom is gonna come into it eventually. That has to be how this game ends.
Oh, I'm absolute. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen Spider-Man. I've seen
Yeah,
Spider-Man
right.
when he gets like that's how the Venom story works. So actually, hopefully, maybe they'll do something a little different. But it doesn't really seem like they're gonna do that.
Maybe they'll play a Metal Gear Solid 2 thing where the black suit is actually gone in the first 10 minutes or something. It's just like, oh, we tricked you.
I don't know. They seem like they put a bunch of design into what the black suit can do.
Yeah, I mean, it's
So
I loved Prototype, so I'm stoked to play with weird gooiness again.
absolutely. I doubt you'll be able to stealth consume people, which was the best part. But yes, I'm always happy to be
True.
reminded about Prototype for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the PlayStation Showcase. I did a couple supplemental things that I thought were kind of interesting. Let me grab these real
Yeah,
quick.
one was about
Alan
Alan
Wake
Wake.
2
Yeah.
is not going to be a physical video game.
Yeah. That's weird to me. Like, not for me personally. It's just I think you should give consumers that option always. But
I wanted to keep bringing this up while we were talking about you getting your PS5 and the disc and stuff like that, but I was like, save it for news. They have decided to just do it digitally. This, as a result, they'll be able to keep the price down to $60 on console, $50 on PC, since they don't need to print a disc.
okay.
I mean, I am all for cheaper games, and I would have gotten this digitally anyways. I guess I am with you. Give consumers options, and then at that point, make the physical one more expensive.
Yeah.
And just come out and be like, look, it costs more to make a physical one. If you need the physical one, you can pay the upsell. If you want to save money, we have this other option for you.
And there's a lot of people that would take advantage of both easily. So
Yeah. But
yeah.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of it is also like maybe it's just not worth them printing any of them because I bet it's a scenario where it's like, hey, we either print a whole, like we either make physical copies or we don't. Making a small number doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
And then maybe this is something limited run comes in and they do that.
Yeah.
But just interesting to see. This is probably one of the biggest games I've seen just like not launch on physical.
Yeah.
A real quick thing about Project Q. The device requires a broadband internet Wi-Fi with at least 5 megabits per second for use. For a better play experience, a high-speed connection of at least 15 megabits per second is recommended. The lower end is what PS Now required on consoles, and the higher end is similar to what Xbox Cloud Mobile recommends.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then this last supplement is Oh, Xbox tweeted like right after the show,
Yeah.
which of the games Sony showed is also coming to Xbox.
Yep.
So they're not all exclusives. There's a list of 12 here. I'll just run through them really quick. Mortals of Avion, Ghost Runner 2, Marathon, Metal Gear Solid Delta, Dragon's Dogma 2, Alan Wake 2, Plucky Squire, Teardown, Assassin's Creed Mirage, Neva, Cat's Quest, and Talos Principle 2. So plenty. And then I saw Nintendo was also tweeting some of the stuff like Lucky Squire. So definitely not what everything they showed is exclusive.
Yeah, for me, like, soon to be part of the PlayStation family, I guess. The Spider-Man thing was like, yeah, like that's enough to sell the console for me anyways, like Spider-Man 2. So, nice. And that's not here. So, but yeah, it is funny how many of these games are coming to other stuff.
All right, as we continue the Prince of Persia saga.
Oh yeah.
Development on Prince of Persia has been rebooted once again.
Of course it has. Yeah.
They put out a FAQ or a little update on this was May 24th. State of the game. With Ubisoft Montreal taking over the development of Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake, the game is currently in the conception phase.
That doesn't make any sense to me at all. But yeah.
As part of this early stage of development, the studio is building up the team, defining priorities, developing prototypes, and testing gameplay elements. What is happening with this game? They're making a remake. Why? This is like the second time it's been rebooted.
Okay, does this thing come out? Because no, right? Is the answer? Absolutely not.
I don't know. I thought it was a remake. I see remakes come out literally every day. Every day a new remake gets announced. Like, what is it about it's not even a bunch, it's not even like a trilogy. It's just the first one. In fact, that's part of their fact. Other remakes in the series. Beyond Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time, there are currently no plans to remake any other Prince of Persia title. This is my dream is No Clip gets to make a documentary about what happened.
They need to. But yeah.
But I think I would have preferred one of the ones where they're kind of like embedded in the studio and it's an ongoing thing, like they're doing with a Heart Machine, like they did with Hades. But I need to know one day. I'm so curious. All right, last but not least.
I'll
just read the tweet for you. To celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Chicken McNugget, McDonald's in China is selling a handheld Tetris game in the shape of a Chicken McNugget.
I want it so bad. It's so cute. I love it.
I think this is great. This is super dumb.
It's super dumb. If you scroll down like a bunch and then click more replies or whatever to that tweet thread, some dude's like, this is not the first time a fast food chain did this. The Colonel video game is from KFC, and it's like Colonel Sanders in a Santa outfit or something, and his stomach is where you play Tetris, and it looks pretty good as well.
That's not on my list of them, so I believe you, but
okay.
I have to keep hitting more replies.
Yeah, I don't know. I can send you the tweet here if you want to look at it for yourself. Well, anyway, whatever. I'll send it in chat.
I think what's funniest about this is on the screen in the bottom right, there's the McDonald's logo. Like, it's just at all times. Oh God, I hate it.
It's way less cute. He looks
so jolly though.
He's so jolly, but it's way less cute than the Nugget for sure.
I don't know. This guy's pretty cute too. Like, he's just so happy to
be. Is
that Tetris though? Like in that first picture, that does not look like Tetris.
It's weird, right? Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, maybe it's Mahjong. It's not Mahjong.
That's not Mahjong.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Who knows? All right. Anyway, let's do some questions. topdownperspective@gmail.com is the email address to send a question in. Otherwise, you can do at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Discord channel, or John's P.O. Box.
Okay.
We did get episode names sent in, but we will hold those for John to come back.
Yep.
Matthew writes, you are working at a pizza shop. Someone orders a small pizza with 2 toppings, but lets you decide what toppings to put on them. What would you give them?
I think I just go with a classic, like pepperoni and extra cheese or something. Because I don't know.
I think that's That's the thing is you don't know them.
Yeah.
They could be vegetarian.
Can I ask them if they're vegetarian? Like,
I
I
feel
guess.
like you can't ask them. No. Okay. My
Uh-huh.
favorite pizza is Hawaiian. So ham and pineapple is my favorite pizza.
Okay. So you're just gonna give
But
them
I
your
feel
favorite?
that's one answer. I could give it my favorite, but
Yeah.
I do feel like when I'm ordering pizza for at a party or something,
Yeah.
my default is let's get a pepperoni. Like
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
everyone can eat pepperoni except for vegetarians. That's the other thing. Like
Yeah.
you get a cheese and you get a pepperoni. At least everyone can now eat.
Sure. Yeah.
But what do you do if you're just trying to get like lowest common denominator and you don't want to get cheese?
Yeah. Because the answer is probably just a plain cheese or whatever for everybody.
I would have said like deluxe, but that's more than 2 toppings because that has like peppers, onions,
Yeah.
olives.
And then you get the weird section of people that are like, I won't eat anything that's green because meat is the only thing. Like, I don't know. There's
What?
no matter what you choose, there's gonna be some, but like depending who you're giving it to, you could be giving them.
That's the
just
thing.
the
Like
wrong
when
thing.
when I'm at a party and people are saying, "Hey, we should get pizza," I'm immediately like, "We should absolutely do that." Nobody is allowed to have a say because it's going to be an hour before we eat this pizza because everyone's going to be like, "Oh, but I want this one and I don't want that one." It's like fucking just get a cheese pizza, get a pepperoni pizza, multiply those by 4, and
Yeah.
we're good to go.
Yeah.
I'm a ham pineapple. They can take the ham off if they need to.
Yeah. Like pepperoni and extra cheese, I guess. Like just a straight pepperoni pizza is probably what I would give them, and then they can fuck off for all I care if they don't like it. Suku writes, everyone has that friend that hasn't been online in over 8 years. Have you ever removed one of them? Is it cruel to do so? Do you ever wonder if they'll show up one day out of the blue? It hasn't been online in over 8 years.
I know I've been in this exact scenario. Like you're looking
Okay.
at your friends list and you're like, why am I keeping this person on the friends list?
Yeah, I'm going to look right now to see if there's that person, because surely there is.
I want to say I haven't removed them because I've never gotten to the part where like my friends list is at a max, so there's like no reason to remove them.
Oh, I have a real bummer of an answer, but okay.
Is it like they passed away or something?
Yeah, there's a person on my friends list that died of breast cancer back years ago, and I just keep her there because, I don't know, as a tribute, honestly.
Okay, yeah, that is that is a super bummer.
Yeah. I told you.
But then again, I'm also the kind of person who will like delete contacts out of my phone because it's like I don't think I'm ever gonna talk to this person. Like,
Yeah, I do that.
I'm almost orderly like that. So it's like, on one hand, I'll keep them because why not? On the other hand, I'll delete them because why not? So I don't know. It depends.
Yeah, it depends. I will do it though, usually, because I usually just think like if they haven't been online that long, then like why keep them around? But yeah.
I think I'm trying to think of like most use case like my Xbox. I just don't dive into the friends list to like
Right.
look. It's like whatever.
Right. Agreed.
Rasterman writes, "What's a game that you like despite the fact that its main character is an asshole?"
Did we? So my answer is again going to be Atomic Heart. I think we read a question like this 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. It's very
Did we?
familiar.
Okay.
But
It's not familiar
anyways,
to me. Maybe it was the episode I was gone. I'm trying to think. Character's an asshole.
it's P33 from Atomic Heart. Fuck that guy. For like most of, not most of, for a bunch of Final Fantasy VII, Cloud is a piece of crap, like easily. But that's kind of his character arc changing as well.
I was gonna say I don't remember a lot of Final Fantasy VII proper, so it's the remake. He's just quiet, so it's kind of hard to hate him in the remake because he just doesn't talk a whole bunch.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is Dante an asshole?
I mean, if
He's
you're
kind of a
devil,
lovable asshole, though.
yeah, then he'll make you cry.
Yeah. I can't think of one.
Like Mario's probably an asshole, honestly.
In the movie, he's a bit of an asshole for sure.
Yeah. That's Chris Pratt, baby. Hebrew Lantern writes, who wins the Super Smash Bros. Battle Royale? Every Smash character is in it. Items okay. Does not have to be on Final Destination.
I feel like the fact that items are in it, it's like anyone could win it, because that's the
Yeah.
thing of items. They're just complete bullshit.
So he said it in
I
the
feel
chat.
like we need to
it's
we have to remove. Well, if we go off of like the cutscene in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Kirby's the one that survives and like brings people back. So
he's also the one that just came to mind immediately. It's like, who wins? Oh, Kirby. Kirby did.
Okay, so I think you have to take items out of it, because anyone could win with the items. So it's just unfair. But if we're going off of their actual powers,
yeah,
I understand Kirby is all powerful and like some
it's
crazy
like a black hole
feature
thing.
But like Snake has a gun. I understand wrong. Kirby can suck up people and like get Snake's gun or whatever, but like the range, at least when you're playing Smash Bros, you can't like suck someone from the other side of the map. But Snake could shoot you with the gun.
Yeah. Snake has a gun.
Like I'm trying. I mean, and so there's plenty of characters that the gun probably would be ineffective for, because like Kid Icarus, Pit, he's like an angel. Would the gun do anything? I guess the gun does hurt him when you fight.
Yeah.
I feel like it needs to be someone that has like a ranged attack.
Okay.
Because Snake is just a dude. So I think, Snake...
He is.
Snake would do well, but he is just a human.
But he's also like a soldier. He has been trained to murder people, where some of these characters haven't.
That's true. I do think Snake would do well, and he has a lot of like combat sense and whatnot, for sure. And he's good at hiding. Like, I think he would do well. I just can't see him winning it because he is just a dude.
Sure, that's fair.
Like, I bet Mewtwo would be pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, probably. I would think. Man. Is there any character that is just literally a god?
Isn't the girl from Kid Icarus also a playable character? Palutena?
I couldn't remember her name.
She's a goddess, right?
Is she a strong goddess though, or is she kind of like a goddess? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I don't actually know.
Be like a goddess by marriage sort of thing.
I have not looked at a lot of the lore for Kid Icarus.
Right.
And I don't really play much. Okay, right. Here's one. How much of a threat, and I could see it being going both ways, is Mr. Game & Watch?
Right, like he's either the biggest threat or not at all a threat.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know. Is he just like...
Because it's also hard to tell what his intelligence level is.
Or like how you could kill him. Like at all, because...
That's true. Like, so at this point, is it like Looney Tunes cartoon rules where they can't die unless you make a special acid Who Framed Roger Rabbit style?
Man.
I need to like look up the list of characters.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. All right. I actually looked up power level of Super Smash characters.
Oh, okay. Let me look that up too.
I mean, the top is Kirby.
Which site are you looking at?
This is hold on, cbr.com.
That's the one I looked at. Okay. Oh, so the top is Kirby? Why is Kirby's? I don't know, man. Like, Kirby has no ranged attacks.
But he could swallow Snake and then just take his gun.
Right, but if Snake just... Like, Kirby would have to get close enough to Snake.
Which he could do, because he doesn't die. He's invulnerable. Yeah,
Ness is number 2? Why is Ness... I mean, I haven't played Earthbound. What's so crazy about Ness?
Is it? Yeah, several powerful spells. And he fought the Universal
At some point,
Cosmic
he
Destroyer.
merges his consciousness with the entire universe. Okay, well. Hey, Palatina number 3 on this.
Okay, so she's a real goddess then. That's good. That's good to know. Mewtwo's on here too.
Mewtwo's number 5, yeah. Sephiroth is a good one.
Yeah.
Bayonetta's a good one. Zelda.
Wow, Zelda's pretty high up here. Jesus.
I'm surprised. Because she has the Triforce of Wisdom?
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. Like,
Link is very far down. He's number 19.
well, again, this is a top 20. There's like 60 characters, so he's pretty good overall.
Overall, sure. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I understand the reasoning for Kirby. It just doesn't feel right. I'm kind of feeling this Ness answer, though. If I without looking at this thing, I probably would have gone with Mewtwo.
Sure. My first inclination was Kirby, so I'll probably just stick with that as well.
Dead writes, how many different warmth levels, types of coats do you have for different seasons?
2.
But are you counting a shirt?
No, I have hoodies and then I have like an overcoat for winter.
Yeah, well, I would count the shirt, so I would have said 3. So basically the same thing is.
Yeah.
If it's really cold out, I'm putting on a sweater and a jacket. If it's in the middle, I'm putting on a sweater.
Yeah. Like, my idea is that like normal clothing is a 0, whereas you're counting it as a 1. So that's where we differed, I guess.
No, because sometimes I go outside without a shirt on.
Sure. I mean, that's fair. But like, yeah, like always a hoodie for like rank 1 coldness or whatever you want to call it, and then for colder you put on an overcoat or like a parka.
I think for
or something.
rank 1 coldness, I'm putting pants on.
Pants? Okay, fair enough.
Otherwise, it's shorts, and then the shirt is optional.
Okay, gotcha. BGC Kenny writes, what's better? A 10 out of 10 experience that hits you as 10 out of 10 right away, or a 10 out of 10 experience that starts off slowly but gradually gets to the 10 out of 10 over time? So do you want a game, or I guess just experience, he doesn't say game, that immediately you're like, this is my favorite thing ever, or it took a while, but as you ruminate on it, you're like, you know what? That actually was fucking incredible. That's a 10 out of 10 experience. And the answer is the first one, because you want to have a 10 out of 10 experience the whole time and not just the end, I think.
That's where I was thinking initially, but I do think there is something interesting about
like ruminating on it.
Slow burn 10 out of 10, because that's implying that there was like quite a difference in there. And it's you're almost having to reflect on it.
Sure.
So that's like, I'm trying to think of like what a game that would kind of fit into that. I think, I'm not saying the game is 10 out of 10, but like Nier Automata kind of fits that framework.
Yeah, because it kind of gets there as you play more of it, for lack of spoiling anything.
Like, it starts off like, okay, this is fine, but like, I've played plenty of character action games. Like, the only thing unique about this one is she's dressed very horny,
and it's kind of a bad character action game mechanically compared to other stuff,
especially when you have to do it a second time.
Right. Yeah. No, I want the experience.
I do think the easy answer is the first one, because then there's the quality level the whole way through. But I do think the more interesting answer, like if I was to do like a breakdown or a conversation about the game, the second one might be a more interesting conversation.
Yeah, for sure. I want the one that hits right away, because if I don't finish it, then I at least got a whole bunch of enjoyment out of it anyway.
Yeah. Phantom Aegis writes, what's your favorite type of bread?
Rye.
Just like a whole grain.
Okay.
But I want to give a shout out. My mom makes dope ass banana bread.
Banana bread.
And every time she leaves like 5 loaves of it in my freezer.
Yeah, no, banana bread's good. Corn-based tortillas are great. Naan bread is great.
It's like corn-based tortilla. That's not bread?
Tortilla is a type of bread, sure.
Tortilla is a type of bread.
Yeah.
I don't know. That seems wrong.
Just because it doesn't have the word bread in there.
Is that technically true? Is it a type of bread?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man. I feel like it's either like, of course it's a type of bread, or you just said like the worst thing. Like you're about to start a war.
I mean,
it is. People are saying it's type of bread. Okay, well that's. Yeah. I mean, I like tacos and burritos a lot.
Yeah, tortillas are great. Unleavened breads are good.
But I'm also not somebody that will just eat plain bread.
Yeah, that's fair. I used to be. I don't really anymore either.
I think the closest I might eat the banana bread plain. I typically put some, like, I warm it up and put some butter on it if I had my say. But would you sooner eat a tortilla or just a floppy piece of bread?
Oh, tortilla.
Both just plain?
Yeah. I've done it. Like, you just roll it up really tight and just chew on it or whatever. It's fine. It doesn't taste like anything, but...
Okay. I have not done that. I don't know why I would do that. I guess I would pick the tortilla because it'd probably be a shorter experience because I don't want to do either of those.
Yeah, fair.
Then there's my girlfriend who's the kind of person that will just like buy a baguette just to like chew and just to eat a baguette. Totally plain. Nah, I'm not that person.
Okay. I mean, I could get it. I'm not either, but like there was a time where I would just eat a piece of bread or something, but then I learned how to make things, even basic things, out of bread.
How to spread butter on something.
Right. That's kind of it, right? Or got like unlazy or something, yeah. Ace Viry writes, "Good evening. Hope everyone's night's going well. My name's Antonio. I'll be your server. Can I get you guys started with your drinks? What do you usually start your dine-out orders with? Bonus points if you include an appetizer of choice." So, starter...
This is going to be super boring because I just drink water.
Yeah, I usually get just like... I definitely order for like 2 waters or whatever, and then like whatever we want to drink if we want anything on top of that. I don't really go out and drink wine or anything with dinner very often either. Like, I'm not a drinker with dinner.
And then I don't often get appetizers. I'm usually just like, let's go into the main course. But some appetizers that are usually pretty good that I'll stick to. If they'll do kind of like a chicken tenders, or if you're at a Thai place, like a chicken saute, big fan of that.
Okay.
If I'm not caring about how healthy the food is, mozzarella sticks are incredible.
Okay. We hardly ever order appetizers. But yeah, if I'm out with people, it's probably like a thing of nachos for everybody to pick at. Is going to be the thing.
Yep. Nachos are fantastic. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hayes AC writes, which superpower or ability from any media would you like to have? Caveat, to activate this power, you need to be completely naked. How often do you use your new power? So I would have said flight. But I think this is a great way to get your dick ripped off.
Yeah. But on the plus side, that would you would only get it ripped off once, and then you can fly forever.
And then you don't have to worry about it.
Invisibility is like the easy answer because like nobody would see you. You're totally safe.
Well, you'd have to get naked first, so you'd be naked for a second there, or a couple seconds, right?
Sure. Yeah. There has to be something better than invisibility, though, for a power.
Well, you could do stuff like telekinesis. You could do like mind control, but I feel like the go-to answers are always. I feel like the go-to answers are flight or telekinesis.
Usually.
But I can't see telekinesis being great if you're naked.
What about like turning into like a giant kaiju Godzilla type creature to destroy the city?
See, I don't think I would get much use out of that power.
You would get one use out of it, probably. Probably one.
Like, Like I wouldn't like I'm not gonna want to destroy a city. Also, so that makes me have the question: are you like a Godzilla kaiju, or are you a me-sized kaiju? And now I'm naked
Oh man.
because that's another
Yeah.
great way to get my dick ripped off.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Trying to think, what's the one where it's like, so like I'm alone in my apartment, I have to get naked, and now what would it be cool if I could do?
Sorry, I'm a child.
I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
you just go flight. It's like fuck it.
could you like wear like a leaf or something? Like, I don't know. Like, can you do something to like tug so you
Is you
don't
need
get it
to be
ripped off?
completely naked, so you can't cover anything up.
That would hurt so fucking much.
I mean, at that point, like you can't even like use the flight to like get around places unless you had like a drop of clothes waiting for you.
Controlled body temperature. That is an amazing, like, just basic answer that I think I would love to, like, never be too hot or cold in my apartment.
So the scenario would be like for like sleeping, and I guess
Yeah,
just when you're just
primarily.
hanging out in your apartment. It's like that's a fine superpower. It's not a flashy superpower.
No,
Like
it
it's very
isn't.
mundane.
It's very much like comfort over anything else. Yeah.
Like at that point, it could be like I can always like scratch the itch on my back. Like
Oh, that would be so good too. Yeah.
you know what? Okay, here's one. I don't here. Okay, here's my answer.
Okay.
My superpower is so I have to get naked, but I can will a sandwich into existence.
Oh, sure. I mean, if we're doing that, I'm just gonna snap my fingers for money. Like, that's my power, and I'll just do that every night or whatever.
Yeah, that almost seems like it's not fair.
Right.
So,
I think
well, how
like
about this? How about this?
yeah.
The only thing you can will into existence, you have to have the like components to make it.
Okay.
But I don't have to actually make the sandwich. So I can snap my fingers
And it's
and a very good sandwich that I have purchased the ingredients for will now be made out of it'll come out of my fridge. It'll be on the table.
so it's just like a super advanced telekinesis essentially.
I Yeah, but there's also like the skill aspect there
Yeah.
of like knowing how to do it.
I think I'd probably just go invisibility. I don't know. That seems basic and like you could probably use it to get out of a jam or to like help someone out if you needed to.
I mean, I guess
I don't know.
remember when you went to turn back you have to put some you're gonna have to turn the invisibility off, be naked, and then put clothes on.
If I can go invisible, who cares?
Yeah, so what's the use case if you're not like a teenage boy pervert?
Me? Oh, robbing a bank, probably.
You're just gonna rob a bank? Like,
Yeah.
because I don't think I would actually rob a bank.
I think I absolutely would like rob a 7-Eleven, a bank. I would do all of that shit if I just could get away
Okay.
with it, probably. Yeah.
Okay, well, good thing this isn't live on the internet, I guess.
I mean, the reason I don't is because I'll get caught, which is why I haven't.
Well, there you go. All right, that's going to do it for questions. Thanks for writing in. Again, if you want to write in some questions for next week's show, topdownperspective@gmail.com, at TDP Podcast on Twitter, the Discord channel, or John's P.O. Box. What's your game of the week?
You know what? I'm gonna say Boltgun because it's going to be Zelda in perpetuity until I'm done, probably. So I'll just give it to another one. It's Boltgun.
I'm still just going to give it to Zelda.
Yeah. Game's very
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching.
Bye.